You're listening to The Bible Hits Different, where Bible stories speak straight into real life. I'm Robert.
And I'm Grace. And today's episode is for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed, anxious, or completely out of control.
Which, let's be real, is most of us at some point. The story we're diving into is from Mark chapter 4, and it's a powerful reminder that peace isn't the absence of chaos, it's the presence of Jesus in the middle of it. Here's how it starts. It's been a long, exhausting day. Jesus has been teaching by the sea, with crowds packed in to hear him. And as the sun starts to drop, he turns to his disciples and says,
Let's cross over to the other side. So they get in a boat and head across the Sea of Galilee. No big speech, no warning, just let's go.
And the disciples? They don't ask questions. A lot of them are fishermen. This is familiar water for them. I'm sure they thought it'd be a smooth ride.
But it wasn't, because what they didn't know was that a storm was coming.
Out of nowhere, a violent storm hits the sea. And this isn't a light sprinkle, it's a full-blown, boat-flipping storm. Waves crashing, wind roaring, the boat filling up with water.
And where's Jesus? He's asleep. Literally, knocked out on a cushion in the back of the boat. While everyone else is freaking out, he's at peace.
Imagine that. You're doing everything you can just to stay afloat, and the one person who could actually fix it is asleep.
That part hits deep, because we've all had moments where it feels like God is silent when we're struggling, like he's just not moving.
So finally, the disciples wake him up. And they don't say, Jesus, could you help us out? They say, Teacher, don't you care that we're going to drown?
That question, don't you care, is raw and real. It's the same thing we ask when the pressure gets heavy. God, don't you see me struggling? Don't you care what I'm going through?
Jesus stands up, calm, collected, and speaks to the storm. Peace, be still. And just like that, the storm shuts down, the wind stops, the water settles, everything goes still.
Then he turns to the disciples and says, Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?
Jesus doesn't scold them, he just asks a question that cuts to the core. Where's your faith? Not in judgment, but as a reminder, I was right here, the whole time.
That part right there, that's the part we miss. We think faith is supposed to protect us from the storm. But real faith is about knowing who's in your boat when the storm comes.
And remember, they weren't in that storm because they disobeyed. They were in it because they followed him. Jesus said, let's cross over, and they obeyed.
So the storm didn't mean they were off track. It meant they were learning to trust him on a deeper level.
Let's bring this to now. You may not be in a boat, but the storm is still real. Anxiety, financial stress, health scares, mental exhaustion, grief, panic. And sometimes it feels like you're barely staying above water.
And maybe you've said it too, God, don't you care? Like, I'm doing all I can, I'm showing up, I'm trying, and still the waves keep coming.
And yet, he's there. Even when it feels like he's sleeping, he hasn't left you. And when the time is right, he'll speak to the storm in your life, just like he did then.
Peace, be still. And sometimes he calms the storm around you. Other times he calms the storm in you.
The disciples thought the storm would kill them. But it ended up revealing who Jesus really was.
If you're in a storm right now, don't lose hope. The wind and waves still know his name, and they still obey his voice.
Thanks for joining us on The Bible Hits Different. If this story gave you something to hold on to, share it. Somebody you know might be fighting waves right now too.
We'll be back next time with another story that speaks. Until then, don't forget who's in your boat. Hold on to peace, even in the panic.